on a day that is also the anniversary of the Westgate Mall attack. The International Day of Peace, first of all, to a layman's language and especially to Kenyans, what significance would it have in our country today?
Thank you very much for hosting us here this morning. As you've truly indicated, my name is Joy Longoto. I am the Acting Deputy Secretary General in charge of research and resource mobilization at the Kenya National Commission for UNESCO. Basically, the Kenya National Commission for UNESCO is a state agency under the Ministry of Education, but with links to UNESCO. We were established as a state corporation in 2013, but we have been existing as a department under the Ministry of Education, and our main mandate, as provided by the Kenya National Commission for UNESCO Act 2013, is to promote peace and sustainable development in the country through UNESCO main areas of competence, which is basically education, the natural sciences, the social and human sciences, culture and communication and information. As you may know, UNESCO is a UN agency, and it is regarded as the intellectual arm of the United Nations. Its main mandate is to use the 5 program areas that I've exactly shared with you this morning to promote peace in the world. There is a way we can use education, could be, you know this. Education is really big on issues of peace, especially by teaching our young people the value of peace and using it as many career subjects. In the same area, natural sciences, also we do a lot on trying to use ecology, the environment, to promote peace. The social and human sciences program, which basically handles issues that relate to youth, sports, social development, human rights, and so on and so forth, and ethics. Also, these themes can be used to promote peace. Culture, is also a big area where you may use language, you may use cultural orientations to divide the society. So we try to use culture to promote peace. And the communication information, I know the KTN and your sister networks, as a media house, you know the role media plays in the promotion of peace, or it can also lead to problems if proper reporting is not done in an ethical manner. So we, as a UNESCO-affiliated organization, UNESCO in its Constitution of 1945 says that since wars begin in the minds of men, it is in the minds of men that defenses for peace can be constructed. So we believe that we need to work on the intellectual capacities of humanity to promote peace. And this day, the 21st of September, as you have correctly stated, was designated by the UN General Assembly to ensure that all stakeholders across the world use this day to really promote peace in the world. But as always, we say that peace is not a one-off activity, but on 21st of September, we pick out various activities to mark this day and associate government, various ministries, agencies, constitutional bodies like the NCIC, and counties, civil society organizations, to bring out the issue of peace, knowing very, very well that without peace, there can never be any sustainable development. And there is no question that all of us as Kenyans need to support the government to uphold peace. And as the National Commission for UNESCO, we have come up with quite a number of activities working with various institutions of government. Like today, we are at the Kenyatta University from yesterday, engaging the young people at the universities.
Daktari, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, you bring in the issue of,
very well.
Great. You bring in the issue of young people, and you know, we recently saw what happened in the western part, the Nyanza region, when one politician, a presidential hopeful, that is Jimmy Wanjigi, was pelleted with stones. We also have seen some political intolerance, and bringing in the issue of young people. How you know, further can, because the young people form the majority of the population in this country, and they will be key shapers in the approaching the, you know, the election, the numbers, you know, being in the majority population. How then do you ensure that the young people who are in their majority are able to understand this issue of harnessing peace to ensure that as a country we move forward, even as you approach a critical time, such as next year's general election?
Yes, through our CEO and the Secretary General, Dr. Evangeline Joka, and led by our board chair, Dr. Misigwa Masimbi, we've been guided accordingly using the Kenya National Commission for UNESCO strategic plan.
Yeah.
We are currently working with various state agencies to come up with a program to address youth and elections. This is not a new activity, because we are already working in the youth space. For example, for quite a number of years, we have a program we refer to as Student Training for Entrepreneurship Promotion. We abbreviate it as STEP.
Yeah.
This program aims at empowering young people with entrepreneurship skills, because as an organization, we believe that the youth need to be empowered, and an idle mind is the devil's workshop. So over time, this program, the Student Training for Entrepreneurship Promotion, has been able to empower quite a number of young people across quite a number of counties in Kenya. We've worked with the county government of Mombasa. We've worked with Kiambu, Kisumu County, Machakos. We have collaborated with Kenyatta University in this program to ensure that our youth are properly empowered. We have currently also expanded the program to cover Mount Kenya University, where we get professors from these two universities to support the youth really get these skills. Once the youth are properly really trained and given skills on entrepreneurship to create jobs, you know, instead of being job seekers, because quite a number of youth really, you know, if they are not properly empowered, they will be misused. So that's why the board has mandated us to work with relevant state agencies to ensure that our youth are properly given skills that can really help them really to be busy. As we approach the general elections, We will work with like-minded partners to ensure that really this program is rolled out across the country, and many other activities through the 5 program areas that I talked about in education. We also have activities in the natural science area and culture. So that's what we do. Yeah, basically focusing on activities that promote peace and sustainable development in the country. And we have committed to do that and to engage the youth effectively. Currently, we are also working with the Kenya School of Government to come up with a curriculum on civic engagement, effective civic engagement for the youth. Yeah.
Great. Dr.
That's what I can share with you this morning.
Yeah, Dr. As we wind up this conversation on the International Day of Peace, from where you sit, what is your view of the future of this country in terms of peace with the observance of this day and with all these measures that, you know, as UNESCO and also as the national government you're putting in place, and also we've seen what the NCSC has had to say regarding, you know, fostering political tolerance and peace. Is there light at the end of the tunnel at a time that we shall say we have achieved what is required, the minimum threshold, if there is such, on attaining peace as a country, so that all these measures that you've put in place will even appear to have borne fruit?
Your question is good because it takes us back to the origin of the United Nations and the origin of UNESCO. You see, it's over 70 years since United Nations and UNESCO was created. And since then, you know, we've not had a war of that magnitude. Really, the Second World War was devastating to the world. Many people lost their lives. But I want to say that there has been peace, relative peace in the world. We've not been able to have a war of that kind of magnitude, meaning that the interventions that have been put in place by governments are working. But for me, from my experience working in the area of peace, we have to continuously work at it, and that is why we are coming up with various activities and interventions, and these activities are in our strategic plan to ensure that we have peace. As I said when I was introducing myself, without peace, we can't attain development. And that is the message we take to our stakeholders. And that is the work we do every day, trying to come up with activities that will help the country to really have sustainable peace, engaging the youth, engaging various agencies, ministries, departments that work in this sector. And we need to break the silos and ensure that we work in a collaborative manner. We get partners, willing partners in this area. And finally, I want to say we will reach there. And Kenya is on the right track. We will definitely really achieve what we want by working together, the media, government ministries, civil society organizations, and all the stakeholders that are responsible.
Indeed, Dr.
Yes,
indeed.
That's what I can say on this issue. Yes.
Absolutely. As you say right there, without peace, we cannot achieve development. Thank you so much. I have been speaking to Dr. Joel Ongoto, the Acting Deputy Secretary General, Research and Consultancy at UNESCO. Dr. thank you for making time for us right here on News Center. Time now for a short commercial break, but when we come back, we shall be telling you more on the quest to unite the